Hello everyone, and welcome back to Mabinogi. Actually, before I do that, let's talk to her to build up likability because she's level 4. Cooking, mission. Now we'll train her again. But yeah. So we are back. Funny enough, it's still night, even though I've been gone for like half an hour, because I went and got something to eat before continuing to record. It always takes me a long time to eat just about anything. I did notice that I don't have the right stats, because I need divination and dex. They're 3 and 4, and they need to be 8. But luckily, we should be able to train, well, I guess divination only, because then I'm going to be completely out of training points. So that's interesting. I'm so used to having thousands of points from just like 2 days of missions. Because I'm used to doing all the really high tier missions. So, it's like surprised me that I'm like out of points already. So cooking. Let me just double check the percentages. Okay, yeah. Cooking, and then playing, and then playing again. Very nice. So that's it for today. That it is. Let me go this way first. Get to cower so that I don't have to go back. But me and my D&D group while I was eating were talking about the sort of the main character of my like novel series that I'm working on, the Psionic War, or Scion War rather, not Psionic but Scion War, and we were talking about if we had voices, if I had voices for the characters, who would they be? And Janikar, one of the main characters, I was like, he would be Christopher Lloyd. And then everybody was making, Doc Brown jokes, because of course that's, Christopher Lloyd's, like, main role. Like everybody knows Doc Brown. I'm like, well, I mean, yeah. Kinda, but not, not the, personality-wise, it doesn't really fit. And, we ended up finding, alright, this is Logan. Relationships, cooking. Cooking is the only thing I'm better at than you, Captain. Serene. Cooking, this relationship be full of happiness after all? I want your opinion. Build up likability with everybody and come over here to die. We should say something about fun. Yep. And dating. What about something serious? It's gonna be fashion. We're gonna talk about something serious. Going to be playing. There we go. And then up with Airless, who we're almost at level 2 with. We'll probably even get her quest at this point. We'll have to see. Playing, so fashion, or no, mission, excuse me. And then playing is training. Like I said, you can't even like use what they say to be like, oh, I know that one. Like, it can be different for each of their different things. Nope, not this time. Next time. So I have to make sure I do that. on camera. We'll probably get her quest next time. But anyway, it's off to see Eiren again. Let's go ahead and drop off our Mystic Pass here. Make your soul resonate with the crystal that sealed Eiren. Tell Eiren about the journal. Hey, none of the others are here, actually. Just me. First time it's just been me. Close your eyes and place your hand on the crystal. As you gaze at your reflection in the glossy surface of the crystal, you wonder how Eiren will react to the news that everyone is reading her private journal. Milton? Hello. I see I'm finally adjusting to waking up like this. As Eiren stretches and recovers from her nap, you casually mention that you found her journal. You found my journal? Wow. That's a development. Did you read it? Oh, how embarrassing. Her good mood evaporates and her expression darkens. As you've likely learned from my journal, I was once consumed by the Slaw's darkness. The endless Fomor attacks distracted me. By the time I realized my heart had weakened, it was too late. The other heroes risked their lives so many times for me, so I wanted to get stronger as quickly as I possibly could. Looking back, knowing how unstable I was, I made it so much more dangerous for all of us. Eiren pauses, her gaze far away. I leached too much torture in too little time. Because the Fomors were so relentless, that made the Slaw more violent with each passing day. Once I knew how strong I had become, I went off in search of something to subdue it. I searched Eiren, the old desert ruins, even the deepest dungeons of the Fomor Den. But the Fomors always found me, always attacked, always pushed me to my limits. In the end, what you saw in my memory, that was the moment the Slaw finally broke free of my control. It was terrifying. You can see that she's got little tears now. I finally regained consciousness. I woke to find my friends scattered around me, broken and battered, barely breathing. Thought we had suffered another Fomor attack, but it was so much worse than that. I could see their wounds were inflicted by a chain blade. People I trusted most of all nearly died because of me. I still can't forgive myself for it. Seems momentarily overwhelmed. I spent the whole night deliberating, and eventually I came to a decision. There was no solution in sight. The Slaw was growing ever stronger. My greatest allies were suffering by my own hand. I had to seal myself away forever, here with the Slaw. Merlin was so angry with me, they all were. It was hard to persuade them at first, but we all knew it was the only real chance. Never thought they'd stay and protect me here for all these years. Thought I was doing the protecting. Haha. Sealed as I was, I at least managed to keep my consciousness intact. It's how I'm able to speak with you now. My hope is for you to avoid the same fate I have suffered. Don't lose yourself to the Slaw. Learn everything you can about Bakram, and you can beat it. Eiren steeped fear and regrets. Everything she's felt during those long, lonely years spills out in a rush. The pain of it is too much to bear. You're forced to let go of the crystal. You've heard all you need for now. You can use the crystal again when you're ready for more chain blade training with Eiren. Use it again. If you've forgotten, you need to be fully trained in using Dorcha before you start with Bakram. Today I'll teach you 2 new skills. Are you ready? I like your enthusiasm. Well then, close your eyes. Here she is again. Outside of the crystal. Oh, you're not so easily surprised anymore by this place, huh? Well, let's use the skills themselves to keep things exciting around here, shall we? First up is Spinning Slasher. Spinning Slasher is ideal against multiple foes in close range. drags them toward you for a solid hit that will force them all back simultaneously. If you're overwhelmed by enemies, it gives you space. When you swing the chain blade, enemies to your right will be pulled toward you and take damage. Of course, the best way to learn is practical application, right? Why not try Spinning Slasher on those ghosts? Or I provide you with the Dorcha you need to practice. Keep an eye on how much Dorcha you leech using normal attacks. Have 3 to use Spinning Slasher against the monsters. Whoop. Whack. There we go. So have 3 to use Spinning Slasher again. You can see I grabbed everybody but that one, because there's a specific range for the attack. It hits all the enemies on your right side, but like there's still like a specific range. Also, if an enemy is right up next to you, you can do that, and it works really well. Bam! There we go. You're doing well for such a difficult skill. I'm impressed with your progress so far. Perhaps that can be attributed to your great instructor. Now I can teach you about Archer Rush, or Anchor Rush. Allows you to move freely in any direction within a certain distance. It's an extremely useful skill that exploits the elasticity of the chain blade. God, that is a hard word to say. Exploits the elasticity of the chain blade to escape dangerous situations. You can even use it after you've been stunned by an opponent. Practice using Anchor Rush to rapidly approach the ghost and attack them. A mischievous smile suddenly spreads across Eiren's face. I'm actually going to slow your speed down a bit. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll be just fine. I just want you to focus on Anchor Rush's utility in getting you from point A to point B. I'll punish your Dorcha for you again. Now, let's start practicing Anchor Rush. Suddenly you're overcome with a strange sensation. Your body becomes sluggish and slow. So, you can see, I can't move. Or, rather I can, but it's very slow. How's your chance to attack? That's right, perfect. And you can move further, based off of how high tier the skill is. For example, right now I can go that far, but once I actually get the skill, it won't be that. I won't be able to move that far. So. But yeah, I like these tutorials better than the regular ones. I hope they keep like updating the different skills and giving you more tutorials like this. Main sensation finally dissipates. Eiren is all smiles. Bet my little speed adjustment was annoying, eh? Don't worry, I've already put you back to normal. You know how vital speed is to winning a battle. With Anchor Rush, you can cut right through the chaos. Go ahead and practice what you've learned. Promise I won't mess with you. This time. And use everything you've learned. Whoops. That was the wrong skill. I wanted to use that one. Actually, I need to get a little bit more Dorcha. Also, I think this one uses 2. Oh, it's the right skill, please. Grab them all that time. But I didn't kill them all that time. Pop. And then let's do a little spinning slash. And completely miss everything but, you know, completely miss all but that one guy. Good job, you improved immensely. You'll be able to use Anchor Rush once you leave, but don't use Spinning Slasher until you've practiced more. Ask where to learn Spinning Slasher. Spinning Slasher requires high competency with the chain blade. You'll need special Dorcha energy if you want to use it in the future. This seal definitely limits how much I can teach you in one day. Perhaps the opportunity for you to practice between lessons is better anyway. Focus on Anchor Rush training. At the very least, you need to reach rank A to use it effectively, okay? After that, I can teach you more. Our only problem is that I'm quite at a loss as to how you deliver the special Dorcha energy to you while I'm sealed. Eiren's expression looks uneasy. You'll have to find a way to unseal her if you want to learn Spinning Slasher. Phew, yet again, I've reached the end of my energy. Let's continue this another day. Ready to go? Yay, air begins to shift and swirl around you. I hope you'll be alright out there. I'm worried my old enemies will target you as well. Then again, you have Merlin, Starlet, and Jay with you. Are those three at your side? And the skills I've taught you? Tiger! It'll be more than a match for whatever they can dish out. Just be sure that you always stay alert and on guard. The enemy is full of surprises. They'll stop at nothing to sate their desire for the Slaw's power. They've even tried to channel the Slaw's power by filling objects with Dorcha. Fortunately, they've yet to notice I'm sealed away inside one of their dungeons. They've never thought to look right under their own noses. Ha! Malician, you've read my journal, so you already know about Bakram, right? I believe it's the secret to wielding the chain blade safely, without letting the Slaw go on a rampage. However, I can't really investigate it further from here, as you might have guessed. She keeps her tone cheerful, but you can detect a hint of desperation. Counting on you, Malician. Please figure out how to use Bakram. But of course, even with Bakram, I'll never be normal. There's a Slaw within me, and that makes me different. Something I should just accept. Everything blurs together. At least try to find a clue in the journal. There must be something I overlooked. If only there could be an escape from this darkness. Your voice sounds so sad. Yay! Spinning Slasher and Anchor Rush. The Spinning Slasher skill is there. Anchor Rush is here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Now I could be sitting here and leveling each of these up above rank F to get, better at it, but I'm not going to do that right now. So, Torture Mastery, the Moon Shadow, we haven't done that yet. We are on Re-Energized Runestone. Talk to Professor J. So, and of course I have no Dorcha, so I can't Anchor Rush or anything, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Welcome back, Serene. We have good news about the journal. Even with the extensive deterioration, we were able to salvage a significant amount. We were able to salvage a significant amount about Eiren's efforts to stop the Slaw. The horrible nightmare she mentioned near the end is such a chilling premonition. If only we had known. Now we aren't going to make any progress, lamenting past mistakes. Our time is better spent searching for a solution. I know that much. It's so frustrating knowing we might have been able to help her after all. You've already done so much, Merlin. I'm sure Eiren appreciates everything. Merlin really looked up to Eiren. He made new chain blades just for her. He always did want to help her, even then. He wanted to control her power flow. And I know how to attach a special amount of runestone to her weapon. Or knew, rather. Why shouldn't I have helped where I could? Wait! That's it! I provoked such an exclamation, Merlin. Starlet, you made me realize... excuse me. Starlet, you made me realize we can help Eiren control the Slaw's power by fixing a mana-filled runestone to her weapon. The carved runestone used to help her recover from inner battles with the Slaw. That always worked for her in the past. That's so simple and brilliant! How have we not thought of that before? Merlin. Yes, Starlet? Will you be able to make another runestone like that? Of course. I have more years of experience now. I can make a runestone far better than in the old days. He's grinning from ear to ear, positively bursting with confidence. It's good to see the old Merlin again, isn't it, Professor J? It's marvelous. Everything is going to be just fine, isn't it? It is now. Notice that he's always just got that same expression. This has got to be the happiest you've ever seen them. Well then, let's get started gathering materials for new runestone, shall we? Okay, but if we're doing this, let's do it right. Let's get the highest quality mana stone we can, so we can store as much as possible. Human mines will be our best chance. Eiren used gems before. We'll need a mana stone. I'm unsure about collecting a mana stone. It's maybe more challenging than you expected. You must be new to this, so listen up. Mana stones that powerful don't exist. Don't waste your time searching for them. That was the Slaw Wait a minute. I've already met someone who specialized in mana stone research. Maybe you should meet with them for help. I have? Yeah. Lesar? No, Bespeckled Boy. Of course. That also makes sense. The Bespeckled Boy in Tier Canale. He's such a nice boy, isn't he? So helpful. I think he certainly knows a lot. Oh wait, I don't have any Dortra. Bam. That said, like, the Dortra Snatch and stuff like that are so ridiculously easy to level. Like, they really are. Because they're not CP related. And like, just using the normal skill levels them both. Like, you barely have to do anything, so... I mean, it takes a while, just because, like, Mabi's way of handling non-CP related skills is to make them very, very slow to level. So it does take a while, but... I mean, it's not difficult. I am going completely the wrong direction, I just realized. Need to go over to the school, and the school is that direction, and I went that direction instead. if I continued up there, I'd have had to have gone all the way around. So, that said, now might be a good time to check, since it's 12 o'clock, look into doing a part-time job so we can get some holy water real fast. Gather 15 eggs. Oh my god, really? 15 eggs? Are you kidding me with that? What am I trying to do here? Whoops. I forgot that I had these there. Alright, well, I guess it's collecting 15 eggs time. I think, now that I've got double gather, I think I can use this. I can have, Inky-chan here help out. Oh my god, it's that slow. Because I have no skill in it and I still don't have Harvest Song. It's that slow. Okay, I mean this hen's just gonna sit here I guess, so that's fine. Just gotta sit here and collect some eggs. I'd say that's actually the amount of eggs that'll get me. No, I could have gotten more, actually, because that would have been, that's only 8. I can collect up to 5, but with the double gathering from Inky-chan here, I can get up to 10. If I get lucky bonuses, I can gather up to 15, but you're not likely to get a lucky bonus every time, so... You're likely going to get 11, maybe 12 out of a single hen if you've got that double gathering. I love eggs. What are we going to cook with these, Master? I love Inky-chan. Alright. Yay! Quest complete. Great job, Master. That's Inky-chan. So there's a thing called the Interaction Crafter. And you can actually go in and, like, select, you know... You can go into the Interaction Crafter here and like create your own like stuff for your character. So I have a bunch of like custom stuff here that I've made. All this is stuff I've made. 9 pages of it. So I even have like different things here for like different people. When I say a person's name, like, it will, it'll, like, do different, it'll, like, she'll say different things. It's really cute. Anyway, this is going to take a moment, because I have to wait for 4 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this episode, and we'll be back as soon as I can turn this in. Alright. Should be able to report. That's at 4 hours, so we can get our holy water, which is really nice. And there's people that sit here and just do this all day long. And then they go to like Belvast or something so they can just sit there and sell it. Like a full stack, they'll sell like a full stack for like 10k. It's not too bad actually. It's a good way of making money. It just takes a lot of time because you can only do this once a day. Or rather once every errand day specifically, so let's get my guns blessed here. And that'll basically be everything that I'm currently using. So you can also get massive holy water. And massive holy water will bless everything that you have. But I think massive holy water is only available from the Nexon item shop, so... Oh, we've met before, haven't we? Yes, memory serves. You were the one who helped me with my research. What brings you here? You don't want to say anything specific, so you just say you're looking for high-quality mana stones. High quality, huh? For anyone else, that might be tough, but for me, getting my hands on some high-quality mana stones is easy peasy. Why would someone like you be in such a rush to get one? And to make a new runestone for a friend. Oh, no reason in particular. The speckled boy smiles even more wildly than before. It's actually a bit unnerving. Mana stones are a tool for storing an individual's powerful mana. I believe they can hold even more. I believe they can store emotions. In the course of my research, I've collected several mana stones. To help me with my research, I guess I could give you one as a thank you. Be careful, the higher quality mana stones are more fragile. Tell you what, give me a holy water of Limelark and I'll purify the best mana stone I've got for you. Oh hey! I didn't even realize. It's a good thing I kept one of those then. Because yeah, I've got one of these left. That's great. Well, that didn't take long, did it? Just a moment. No, I had actually done a thing already for myself, so I still had some left. Now you just put this here, then use the holy water of Limelark. Bespeckled boy pours the water of Limelark over a shining mana stone. Done. By the way, moving on from the magic school, glad I could help you before I left. He flashes a smile. Surely we'll see each other again, right? I hope so, but goodbye for now. Yay! Pure mana stone. And off we go. Talk to Merlin. I just hope I can remember these voices when I get to later gens if I ever do. Serene, where were you all this time? After a brief examination, you hand the new mana stone to a fascinated Merlin. What's this? Where in the world did you manage to get such a fantastic stone? I suppose it's a discussion for another day. Time for me to work my magic. Literally. Merlin's eyebrows draw together in focus, and he waves his hand over the stone. Everyone cares for Eiren so much. It'd be wonderful if the runestone helped. When Merlin finally looks up from the stone, his eyes sparkle with excitement. It's finished. I took the time to put a little extra pizzazz in it this time, too. Aw, yeah, look at that. All that's left is to take this to Eiren. Merlin hands you the newly made runestone. You feel the warmth of the mana in it. Merlin's runestone. There it is. Runestone that resulted from the pure mana stone being infused with Merlin's magic. When you hold it, you can actually feel Merlin's true feelings toward Eiren. And some experience. A heart delivered. Wow, it's been a while since I've had to make anything that required so much focus. I'm exhausted. Imagine what you could do if you worked that hard all the time. Very funny, Professor. You know I always put the utmost care into everything I do. The runestone should give her enough power to remove the seal. We can only hope. She's been alone for so long. Please hurry, Serene. We never had happier times than when Eiren was with us. Never fear, it will work. We are so grateful for your help. We all miss her so much. Something tells me Merlin will be the happiest of all to see her again. And why is that? Serene, this pass will take you to Eiren. Now hurry and give the runestone to her. Go to Bjarka, give the runestone to Eiren. Make sure not to drop the runestone. Make sure to drop the pass. You can actually, drop the wrong item on here, and it won't screw you over, because you can always get it back. You talk to Merlin again, I think, and he'll give it to you again. But yeah, you can in fact like drop it and it'll like take you into the dungeon. So talk to Starlet first. Serene, do you have the runestone in hand? Thank goodness we have someone whose soul can resonate with Eiren's. There's no other way to deliver the mana to her. So the plan is, you go in and give her the runestone, of course. If you want any additional training from her, then you should do it before you hand the stone over. It's going to take all her energy and plenty of time to absorb all that mana. And then Eiren will be saved, thanks to me. She'll have no choice but to shower me in appreciation. Hehehe. But if Eiren were here, you would not poke fun like that. What? That's not true. You don't think I'm taking this seriously? I am taking it seriously. I'm just not scared is all. Nothing scares me. Oh, something does. It's right next to you. Too bad that currently it's sealed. What? It's so true. Every time Merlin joked around, Eiren always punished him. Yes, the real reason we need her back is to keep Merlin subdued. Doesn't that sound great? Thanks, Eiren. Thank goodness Eiren can't hear any of this. At least I assume she can't. Can you hear anything when you're in that place with her, Serene? Unsure of himself, Merlin looks at you with wavering eyes. You ignore him. Touch the crystal and try to make your soul resonate with Eiren's. Once again, you reach out your hand and touch the crystal's smooth surface. You wonder if soon you will speak to Eiren in the physical world. It seems so foreign. Would you miss the resonating of your souls? Suddenly, a cold energy shoots through your body, interrupting your wistful thoughts. There she is again. How long was I asleep this time? Goodness, it feels like it's been aeons. Look at Merlin's expression over there outside the crystal. It looks like the cat that ate the canary. He always had that expression when he was hiding something from me. Kind of miss it, actually. Such a strange feeling every time I awaken. It's as if I'm slowly rising to the surface after having sunk in a deep, dark ocean. But it's a relief to see your face after breaking the surface. So, the last time you said you found my journal, did anything come of that? You tell her about the hypothesis the aces developed based on her journal. Then you bring up Merlin's newly crafted runestone. I did assume that Merlin would get stronger while I was sealed away. He was born with a special destiny, after all. Forget what I just said. Merlin prefers to keep that a secret. Anyway, what you're telling me is that Merlin made another runestone. The first runestone he made is actually what I modeled this crystal after. When I was too exhausted to finish it, he finished it for me. Ironic that now another one of his runestones will help break me out. Smile forms on her lips. Oh, Merlin, incredibly talented, slightly insufferable. And you, not only are you talented, but you have inspired me to have hope again. Just promise me one thing. You see, it's dangerous to absorb someone else's mana in the first place, and then to absorb such powerful mana all at once. Even I can't predict what might happen. Please, if something goes wrong, don't let me hurt anyone. Hey, I still have something. Absorbing the mana will take me a good amount of time, so I should teach you the last few chain-slash skills before I start. Hello, kitty. Isn't that what the cutest ace hero would do for you? Huh? Yes, I'm talking about Starlet. I know she's taken a shine to you. You're just her type. I should know. We're together all day, every day, you know. We're like sisters. You're probably wondering if you're taken. Do you have someone? The way true friends understand each other, the way they know where each other's cracks are, and still treat each other like good eggs. That kind of friendship is rare. And that's what I had with the ace heroes. Should have told them while I could. Should have realized that one day that opportunity would be gone. So it will be for everyone, everywhere. Let's not talk about this further. I still have a few more things to teach you, Serene. Let's do that, and then I'll take the runestone. Are you ready? I don't have much left to teach you, actually. That doesn't mean you can slack off, okay? Practice will make a huge difference when it comes to fighting with a chain blade. Now, close your eyes. Last few chain slash skills. Skill you're going to learn first is Deathmark. Lovely name, right? Sometimes you want to focus on defeating one particular enemy. That's when you'll want to use the Deathmark. Deathmark makes your strikes at one single enemy more damaging, and it simultaneously attracts other monsters who will start to attack their marked comrade. Oh really? I didn't know that. Wow, I need to use that more. Now try it out for yourself. I had forgotten that. Doesn't seem to be attracting much of from these guys just because of the fact that they're like nearby enemies converging around the mark, right? I don't know why they're like teleporting. Oh, because there was some weird thing going on, some desync. What do you think? Death Mark is great for when you want to prioritize the elimination of one enemy over the others. Very useful if one of them is your former romantic partner. Hehe. Sorry, it's a bad joke. I know. Well, I'm digressing when I should be teaching you the best skill to use when you've got a bunch of enemies around the Death Marked one. It's called Chain Sweep. It's where you leap high into the air and attack from afar. Go try it on those ghosts. Alright. Do that. And BAM! And that. BAM! It's actually not doing anything in regards to like attracting them to a specific enemy or anything. So I don't know about that. F4. Use Chain Sweep. Oh, there's actually like a... I have to reach like a limit of Chain Sweep people, enemies. Up here at the top. 15. Fantastic. Just one more pointer. Any opponents who come into range during the attack won't be hit. See, the skill's true intent is to knock down enemies. I'm tired right now, Serene. Once again, I only have the strength to teach you one skill. It's called Chain Sweep. I know you're excited about Death Mark. That one's a bit tricky. Let's save it for later. We're gonna learn Death Mark. Put the mark of death on someone is no small thing. You need to be prepared to cope with what it does to your soul. Use Chain Sweep to rank A. First you'll need experience using Chain Sweep in real combat. You need to be rank A at the very least. Time comes, you'll be ready for Death Mark. Knowing you, Serene, that'll be sooner than you think. Alright then, use all the skills you've learned so far to defeat what's coming. Boom! I'm out of Dorcha. So now, use Dorcha Snatch a few times. Get some extra Dorcha. Then Chain Sweep. I freaking use Chain Sweep all the time on my main. Eiren is staring at you wide-eyed. You're an amazing fighter. Wish I had met you before I was sealed. We could have done so much together. You would have been a better sparring partner than Merlin, that's for sure. It would have been so grand. Very grand. Stands up straighter. Hey! She actually came over. Honestly, when you said that you and the other aces were looking for a way to unseal me, I was anxious, even though I was really happy. But the anxiety was there, yes. Because if I accept Merlin's runestone, I will have greater control over the slough while I'm in here. But it's a whole different matter in the outside world. Something could go wrong. When I'm back out there, I might do something horrific like I did before. What if I hurt the ones I hold dear, again? And then there's you, Serene. I wouldn't want you to see that side of me. To think that the day would come when I'd speak such weak-hearted words. I have been sealed up for far too long. Eiren cocks an eyebrow at you. I think we're resonating in a more deeply spiritual way than we ever thought, Serene. No one out there ever knew that I lived with such anxiety. In fact, I hope you'll keep it between you and me. Could you? Thank you. Well, I think I can do this now. Will you hand me Merlin's runestone? You nod and she reaches out her hand. You're nervous to hand it to her because you know your skin will make contact. Ah, Merlin's talents have not subsided in the least. It's perfect. I can feel that the man is extremely powerful. Eiren removes the charm from her necklace and replaces it with the runestone. A bright light flashes from the runestone, but it's gone in an instant. What was that? Didn't quite feel like I remembered it would. I don't know if it worked. It could just be my nerves, or perhaps Merlin has done something different with the mana. I'm feeling weak from maintaining the space we're in. Do you mind if we take our leave? The air begins to shift and swirl around you. Eiren doesn't look well. Oh, don't worry about me, Serene. I do feel faint. You know, I do wonder, why you? How did this law enter you? And how did you manage to find me? Could this too be your fate? There's still so much I don't understand. But I will have to ask you later. Yes, you should go. It's clearly sapping my strength. It's absorption of this mana. Go and tell Merlin, Starlet, and Jay not to worry. Maybe the next time I see you, we'll be able to talk face to face. You let yourself relax, no longer trying to make your soul resonate with the crystal. Feel yourself returning to the material world. Eiren's face fades away into mist. So does she actually look any different? I don't think she does, but... Nah, she doesn't look any different. I mean, she did exchange that runestone. Like, that's the runestone there, but that's what it already looked like, so... Nope, nothing changed. Talk to Merlin. Serene, what happened? From our standpoint, it just looked like you were standing there with your hand on the crystal. But you saw Eiren, right? You delivered my runestone? You rummaged through your bags. Merlin's runestone is no longer there. I still don't really understand the physics of the situation, but I'm glad you gave her the runestone. Will Eiren wake up soon now? I don't want anything to go wrong. The thing's going to go wrong, right? Merlin? Of course, don't worry, Starlet. I made the stone myself, and I endowed it with generous amounts of my own mana. It's just, I can't believe there's a chance Eiren could return. I'm so excited, but nervous. Calm Starlet down. And hearing this, you recall Eiren's message for the Aces. You tell Starlet that Eiren doesn't want them to worry. Well, I can't help it, Serene. We shouldn't bother her while she's undergoing this process. Oh, I can't wait to tell her about all the things we accomplished while she was gone. I want to introduce her to the man who makes delicious food, and even to the guy who cares about nothing but money. 2 characters that we will meet eventually, but not here. Merlin rambles on, regaling all of you with stories. Should give Eiren time to absorb the mana. Waltzing with Hope. Death Becomes Her is now there. I don't think I've gotten the skill yet. I think that comes here at the end of this. So yeah, Chain Sweep right there. Chain Sweep comes from the end of this quest. Oh my god, I know the buttons. That's what all that is. It's me hitting all the wrong buttons. So, heart delivered. Was Eiren tired? Was the mana too much for her in her weakened state? That's very possible. You agree and you hope that Eiren is not pushing herself too hard. If it truly is Eiren, she will do well. She'll not fall asleep again, will she? Try to stay positive. Eiren is strong. She'll be okay. What's on your mind, Serene? Merlin smiles kindly. Done so much for us, Serene. Why don't you relax for a while? I think we could all use a break. You may be the only one of us who can work for 12 hours without a break, Merlin. I can't help it if I'm just naturally amazing like that. I was being sarcastic. Anyway, Professor J is right. Eiren probably needs time to absorb the mana. Just relax and wait for Eiren to recover. Great idea, Starlet. Time for a picnic. Serene, why don't you join us? We can all go together. We'll be waiting at Tyr Canale, Serene. Oh yeah, the picnic. I thought that was a part of this. Kicking back with the Ace Heroes would be a great way to relax while you wait for Eiren to recover. Why not go to the location Merlin mentioned? Pop. And they just poof away. Alright, well let's head back to Tyr Canale. It's got some strength and luck, which is nice. Go back to Tyr Canale for our picnic. And, well, this episode was much longer than I expected it to be, so I'm going to go ahead. Excuse me, sorry. can go ahead and end this episode off here. Chain sweep is that one. Okay. So now I can not only do this, but if I build enough Dorcha by attacking enemies. Also, on the aspect of building Dorcha, every time you use Dorcha Snatch, it gives you 0.5 Dorcha. So 2 uses of Dorcha Snatch gives you 1 Dorcha. In case anybody was curious how that worked. Also, other skills can give you Dorcha, but none of them will give you as much. And also, Dorcha Snatch is the only skill that you can use consecutively that will give you Dorcha. Every time you use, let's say I were to use Smash, it would give me 0.25 the first time, then like 0.12 the second time, then like 0.5 the next time, and then just nothing after that. You can only get it from using this, like if you use the same skill more than 3 times, you stop gaining Dorcha from it. The only skill that doesn't do that is Dorcha Snatch, because that is the ability you're supposed to use. So, and again, that one also gives you 0.5 every single time. So, and here he is, the man that cooks good food, the culinary artist. Anyway, we will speak with the culinary artist, well, Starlet rather, but we'll do this quest in the next episode. Do hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to subscribe. Check the video description down below for a link to the playlist. That way you can get caught up on any episodes you might have missed. And with that, I'll see you all next time. See you later.